Hello, everyone. I'm Phoenix Tremayne, and today I'm going to be talking about all of the soaps that happened this week. I announced yesterday I was going to have SoFam Live today at 3, but I know it's Mother's Day, so hopefully you guys can join me. If not, please just go ahead and be a part of the replay, and you can catch all the great information. Um, Till I start seeing some names pop up in the description box. I'm going to talk about some things that happened this week. The soap of the week is definitely General Hospital. General Hospital is the only soap out of all of the soaps that remember that this is May Sweeps. They were the only soap that was exciting. All of the other soaps were just plodding along on their regular old stuff. Um, it was like May Sweeps was usually the month where things just start happening uh, when it's a sweeps period, and all storylines hit high gear. And the only people that hit high gear was General Hospital. Days While I Was Boring. Kristen is my favorite character on the show, but her poor decision making has made her really hard to watch. Knowing that she's also possibly leaving the show makes her character hard to watch. So, um, the rest of it, um, the whole Jan Spears is the one who got rid of Charlie. That feels really slow. Hello, David. I see David's the first one in the room. The whole storyline with Jan was slow. Um, Sammy and Lucas trying to fool Chloe, which at the end of this week coming up, that's going to be over because everybody's going to know Kristen, his what Kristen's been doing. This week and next week, it's just truth just comes out left and right. Hi, Bobby Ruffin and Sandra Lee. Bold and Beautiful was boring this week. The only good stuff was Quinn and Carter. Other than that, it was boring. And with Bold and Beautiful, I think they took turns trying to figure out how they were going to make which actress look the worst. Those fashions, for a show that's supposed to be about fashion, those fashions were the absolute worst. I think anyone watching Bold and Beautiful can agree with that. So we can go on ahead and talk about how Brooke was in some 80s outfit where she had the big belt buckle and she had the big belt buckle and she had the shoulder pads. Then he had Flo looking like Little House on the Prairie. They had Hope looking like Little House on the Prairie. You know, they always have Zoe looking crazy and ignorant, and Paris ain't that far behind. I don't know who is doing the show's fashions. Well, Honey Smile 320. Her boots may have been nice, but we have to agree the outfit and all of the outfits on the show were the worst. So I don't know where these fashions are coming from. Uh, Young the Restless usually used to be the ones with the horrible hair days and everything. But Bold and Beautiful said, "Hey, hold my beer. You won't even be able to see the fashion, see the hair, because you can't stop looking at how horrible the clothes look." And the thing about Zoe's outfit this week, the worst part of it is it looks cheap. It looks cheap. Even Brooke's outfit from the 80s, it looked like it didn't even fit her. It's like I complain all the time about Young the Restless and Sudden Ames, who has these suits that don't fit. And I'm like, somebody go buy that man some clothes so he could look like he's supposed to look on the show or recast. Um, so I'm just saying the clothes on Bold and Beautiful, they get worse. At first they just have flowing bikinis and stuff so they can show you her body, but now her work attire. I guess she's wearing hope for the future on the show. Oh, that shit is horrible. Um, I think I saw it was Christy that asked, "Was Brady gonna die?" Brady's not gonna die. Um, yeah, what was that Zoe was wearing? Damien Enzo. I said that was horrible. And look, can we talk about? They didn't just give her a horrible outfit. I'm so glad she quit the show and she's gonna be on Fantasy Island. And hopefully, Fantasy Island's a good show. But good lord, her hair. I couldn't take her hair. I usually complain about Paris hair, but Zoe's hair was awful. It's like they don't know what to do with black women hair. Hire black stylish. Um, yes, I think that was a snake on her dress. It was like a bad uh, uh, design. Like I said, that the snake made it look even cheaper. The only person who probably looked good was Quinn because she ain't had nothing on. She just had a sheet on. If then Shauna's coat, I know some of y'all gonna like Shauna's coat when her and Eric and Quinn scene, but that looked like somebody knitted that coat together. It was like even Denise Richards looked horrible. Quinn looked okay. She's the only one that looked okay to me that I can remember this week. Of course, Bill always looks good. Liam always looks good. Wyatt always looks good. You know, they just wear suits. It's not that hard for them to dress. Only thing was Liam trying to look disheveled. His hair was all over his head this week for a few scenes. Um, Sandy, General Hospital fashions are okay. And the reason why I say they're okay is because they don't stand out to me as being awful. They like Bold and Beautiful fashions is distracting to look at. It takes you out the scene because they look so bad. But General Hospital, they just kind of look like General Hospital always look. Even Laura looks. I mean, Laura, they finally got Laura look together. When Jeannie Francis gained weight, they used to always just throw a jacket on her. And before she quit, the last time she quit, but they at least try to do a little something with her now. Um, I'm laughing at T. Bennett. I can't even get it out. Oh, Melissa is asking, do you think they'll recast Zoe? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think she's going to leave heartbroken over not getting Carter back, a man she didn't even want. Well, and Chrissy's asking what's going to happen with Kristen. She's leaving the show, so she's supposed to be going back to jail with a longer prison sentence. So, so that's why it's also because Kristen is my favorite character, knowing that she's about to go back to jail. Um, it's like I can't be. I'm no. It's like Zoe's storyline on Bold and Beautiful. I'm no longer invested in it because I know she's leaving the show, and I haven't heard anything about any recasting. Um, it's like I'm not really invested in what's going on, knowing the actor's leaving. Oh, this one is interesting that on Bold and Beautiful. Let me leave this up for a minute. On Bold and Beautiful, Quinn and Carter's affair has made a lot of people excited about Bold and Beautiful again because people watch soaps for mess. They want that fantasy drama. I know some people they think they want everything nice and happy and everybody liking each other, but that's when the ratings go down. But when somebody has an affair like Quinn and Carter, that's great. But my problem with Xander and Nicole's affair is that Xander had Nicole locked in a cage and blackmailed her into marriage and, all that stuff he did. So to me, that's almost like Todd and if they ever had put One Life to Live's Todd Manning and Marty Saybrook together. It's just like you don't really put the victim and the victimizer together. Even though Xander's good looking and it might even be a hot scene, I think that she could have gotten with Lucas or somebody. I don't know, but I got Lucas and Sammy, but or EJ. She could have like had a quick one night stand with EJ or something. But Xander, I just don't see Xander and Nicole. So we'll have to see how it plays out. I have a feeling they're going to play it out for laughs, but I don't see Xander and Nicole together. So I do have a problem with Xander and Nicole, even though I love Nicole and I love Xander. But their history makes me go, why would she pick him? Even though she's going to be drunk, they're blaming it on alcohol. Um, she's going to be drunk. He's going to be drunk. They're going to wake up together. Uh, well, it just started. It's way too soon for Carter and Quinn to get caught. And I'm hoping either Brooke is the one that finds out first. Well, actually, I don't know about Brooke because Brooke would tell right away. I need somebody who's going to blackmail Quinn real good before the truth comes out. And I'm thinking it could be Sheila Carter. Now, I know they're saying that Sheila isn't coming back to the show, that she was just visiting the set. But if you remember, last time Sheila came to Bold and Beautiful, it was a surprise. It wasn't announced. Nobody knew about it. It just happened. And I think that even though I don't like her politics, I think that if Sheila Carter is the one that found out about Quinn and Carter, oh, I would love that. That would be she would be the one to really blackmail Quinn and put the screws to her. Unlike somebody like Brooke who would just run in town. Hey, Tracy Gregg. Um, I think for now that Liam and Steffi will be able to stay apart from each other. I think that there's a rumor. Keep in mind, I said the word rumor that Liam may tell Steffi what happened, and it'll be that could be a secret that could bring Liam and Steffi back together. But we'll have to wait and see on that. Yes, they should definitely paying more attention to fashion, and also fans have been wanting more fashion shows, even if it's a social distance fashion show. Fans have been asking before social distancing if they would do more fashion shows. Remember, there was supposed to been a fashion show between Hope and Steffi to see whose line would go out there and when remember when they were saying only be one line and then they just dropped that storyline and never had a fashion showdown. Uh, I'm fine with Carter and Quinn, even though I really enjoy Quinn and Eric together. Um, the show was boring, and I know that Steffi is the one that Brad Bell loves the most and likes the show to revolve around Steffi. She'll be back at the end of May, and we'll see how long these storylines last once Steffi's back. I think the stories might even move along once Steffi's back. Um, but as far as Carter and Quinn, I do think it's a hot pairing. As far as I don't see them as a long term couple. I think as a long term couple, they'd be boring. But as a oh crap, let's throw some something out there to throw a twist into Eric and Quinn's marriage and blow some stuff up. That I'm looking forward to. Hey, Jacarius. And also, I want to also say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, both living and deceased, because mine is gone. But Happy Mother's Day to everybody that applies to. EJ should be showing up soon, so they never just said that the guy that was leaked. They never said it wasn't him, so we're assuming that that's the new EJ, the guy that plays Tony. He already said that he's doing scenes with the new EJ. So he should be coming probably by the end of May, somewhere in May, maybe June. Yeah, I mean, now you got to remember with these storylines. As a writer, I see the storylines differently. The storyline has nothing to do with Faith needing a transplant. The storyline is about Adam being a hero, Sharon being in Adam's dead, and giving her one more reason to uh, have a wop for Adam. And as they have a whole episode coming next week about Adam's redemption, where he's playing like this chess game with Victor. In this fantasy episode, it's all about Adam. And in this fantasy episode, it's supposed to be the week's promo is called Adam's Redemption. So this storyline with Faith needing transplant has nothing to do with Faith. This is all about Adam in Adam's redemption. He gave up a kidney. He came even though he could have been arrested. This week, Victor's forcing Chelsea to tell the truth. I don't know if Chelsea's going to tell the whole truth, but Adam, I think he's off the hook either this week or next week. Yeah, Nicole and Xander, their history makes that sort of like that forbidden territory where these are two characters shouldn't be together. No, Melissa, I think I said in one of my videos last week, I said that based on Imani's conversation with Amanda, the person who is guilty is Amanda's mother. Based on if you watch that dialogue, what Imani was saying, she she basically said her mother did it, and Amanda needs to stop looking because she's gonna lose her mother. I'm That's what I get reading between the lines. That's what I heard. That's not She didn't say it outright, but I do think it's going to come out that it's the mother that did it, not the father. Yeah, I think this would have been a good way to bring the new EJ in. Have have just a person seeing Lucas and Sammy kissing without showing them, and it turns out to be EJ, and then EJ runs into Nicole, who just found out about Eric, and then next thing you know, they're sleeping together. That would have made more sense to me, but I'm not writing the show. Even though I think if I did write the show, I have a lot more fresher ideas. Even though I do like Ron, I'm not dissing Ron, but he's getting a little repetitive with all these masks and whatnot. And now Kate's kidnapped, and they got two more kidnappings coming up. Jan's going to kidnap two people. Nicole's about to kidnap somebody else. She kidnapped Sammy and Lucas, and I wonder where she's going to hold them when Kristen kidnaps Sammy and Lucas. I think she's going to throw them in the wine cellar like they throw everybody out in the wine cellar. Like these people don't be drinking in every other scene. Can't think of nowhere else to put these people but the wine cellar. I think it's interesting that Carly is calling the shots with the five families. I did not like that Jax was trying to put Carly in her place and tell her to calm down and get out the mob. Um, Carly did exactly what I thought Carly was going to do, and just told him she's going to do what she's going to do, and if you don't like it, that's too bad. Um, I thought it was a good scene the way she came in. I don't think that I think that in the end she'll be in over her head, and that's when Sonny will come back. But I would love it if Carly was actually better than Sonny at being head of the mob, and then he don't have his memories, and she ain't letting control go once he do get him. That would be a fun storyline because they're boring as a couple. I used to root for Sonny and Carly. I used to love Sonny and Carly, but Sonny and Carly are boring as hell. Most of the time when they've been together over these last 5-6 years, they're barely in scenes with each other. He might get a hug. Um, I actually would have thought that it would have been better if Cam is the one who pulled the trigger, but I think it's going to be Peter. Who else would do it but Peter? I mean, Peter was in the hospital like an episode or two ago. He's got men everywhere looking at stuff. So I think that when they're going to make the reveal of who shot Jason is going to be Peter. Because there's definitely going to be something with Peter, whether it's a who shot Peter and he dies, or it's just who shot Peter, like who shot Jr. And I think there's going to be some sort of mystery coming up about something happening to Peter, and him shooting Jason is just going to be one more thing that Peter's done. Although he's done more than enough to piss off the whole town. And then in the May Sweep spoilers, they did say that this is the month that Peter gets what's coming to him. What's coming, we'll see. Okay, when you say we need more black characters, you gotta tell me what show, because General Hospital, they have been on point with the black characters. They that bartender that showed up in General Hospital this week, I, who that? Even Portia was like remember that Viola Davis meme where she grabs a person and leave? That was Portia in that scene. Portia was like, "Oh, she's way hotter than me. Let me just get out of here now." Oh man. Uh, yes, Applecheck EJ is coming back. I would love if something happened to Flo, but at this point in time, I really want Flo, even if she don't get bumped off. I really want Flo to cheat on Wyatt so bad because of the way he treated Sally. I want Flo to betray him in the worst way. She give wop to Bill, might even accidentally sleep with Liam, something. I want it to be a horrible betrayal. I need Flo to be the horrible character that she is. Not just a horrible actress, but a character that baby stealing character. She ain't never get that money back. Y'all know that, right? She ain't never give that money up. I agree. Eric did push Quinn to sleep with Carter. He kicked her to the curb, and Carter helped her out with his candy cane. Well, maybe you'll like the new EJ. Um, well, you may want Trip and Allie together, but it may be Allie ending up with Chanel. If you saw Friday's episode, so Trip does the week of May 10th kiss Allie either Thursday or Friday, but yeah, he's not the only one. Bold and Beautiful does need more black characters. Clearly, Zende is miscast, and the fact that they barely show him on screen anymore lets me know that they know that Zende is recast. Zende used to be the Black Steffi, where Brad Bell, that was his muse. When Rome Flynn left Bold and Beautiful, they threw all the rest of the black people out with them. They got rid of Nicole, Maya, everybody, the whole Avant family. They said, "Screw it. If we can't have Zende, I'm getting rid of all them black people. Then let me get you some black people you don't care about." And then we're gonna kill one off and make Thomas a hypocrite. No, nobody. How dare somebody run over Vinny? I'm the only one allowed to run people off the road or over people. Yes, Cyrus has been a major character for what, 2 years? You know, he's a major character. Yeah, I think that's part of the reason why, like when Bold and Beautiful first came on, like the first episode, I watched it probably for 2 3 weeks before I just lost interest because back then when a new soap started, that's how I started watching NBC soaps like Generation, Santa Barbara, Sunset Beach, Passions. I watched all those soaps because it was new from day one. I did the same thing with Capital, which didn't hold my interest, and I did the same thing with Bold and Beautiful, which didn't hold my interest. And I just basically watched ABC soaps for most of my soap life until they got rid of All My Children Would Like to Live, Loving, The City, Port Charles. Um, I only had one soap opera left, General Hospital, and I said I need more than one soap in my life, and that's when I started watching the other three that was left. Um, I don't think Allie is a lesbian. I think Allie's bi. I think that's what's going to come out this week because Chanel, I think, tells Lonnie she's bi this week. I don't know when Kristen's leaving, but it should be soon because everybody's going to know that she's out, not Susan. She comes back at the end of the month, end of May, either the next to last or the last week of May. Marcy Miller leaves not this week, she leaves next week. The spoilers only say that she makes a decision that shocks everyone, but that's when Marcy goes on her maternity leave. She's on Young and the Restless. That's why original Kristen didn't come back. And also, Eileen Davison left soaps. She didn't want to do it anymore. Yes, that's how it started. General Hospital was only soaps that was giving me May sweeps type information. Yeah, I think that Days of Our Lives this week will remember they're in the middle they're in the second week of May sweeps. May sweeps actually started on April 26th. It didn't start on May 1st. It started on April 26th. So when I say the only people that don't realize they were in May sweeps starting April 26th, General Hospital. Except I will say Friday's episode of General Hospital, which would have been Thursday because everybody except for Days of Our Lives is the day behind. So the Friday was meant to be Friday episodes actually comes out on Monday until they're able to catch up with the filming. Um, so Monday's episode will be what would have been a cliffhanger for Bold and Beautiful, General Hospital, and uh, Young and Restless. Well, the character said that she was only going to be gone for 2 weeks. This week she'll be on a phone conversation with Abe. I don't know if we'll see her like we do with Jennifer, but she should be back soon. I mean, she was on Pose or she's going to be on Pose, so she probably took some time off just to do some other work. Once again, Brady's not going to die. It's just part of the storyline. Nope, Stefan is not coming back to Days of Our Lives. As far as we know, he's dead, and if he did, it'd probably still be played by Brandon Barish. I hope that Nell will come back, but the reason why Nell's not on the show, it's not because General Hospital don't want the show. It's Chloe Lanier is out there looking for other work. She got her Emmy and she quit General Hospital. So, like a lot of actors do, they get their Emmy and then they try to find other work with other shows. Thank you, Apple Chick. I appreciate it. And for anyone new in the room, happy Mother's Day. Um, if you didn't hear it earlier, let me see. See, Sandy, I recommend to you because it's only four now. To go on ahead and watch the other three to replace the soaps that ABC took from us. I don't know if Days has been renewed, but the fact that the actors are returned back to work, clearly they've been renewed. I don't know why they're not letting people know. Hopefully, they're not wrapping up the show. But yeah, we're still waiting for an initial official notice that has been renewed. Yeah, that's how I rate my soaps. Whichever one I want to see first, that's the one that's the most exciting to me right now. General Hospital is first, and then Young and the Restless because I they've gotten good again. And then I usually watch Days of Our Lives next and Bold and Beautiful last. But sometimes I watch Bold and Beautiful early just because it's a short show and I can get through it quickly. But that's the order it is for me right now. Epiphany has not left General Hospital. She's a reoccurring character, so she only comes when they tell her to. And that's in that way since her first appearance. She's never been a regular cast member. She's always been just a recurring player, just like Bobby or any other person is on a reoccurring. I think you mean Jake. Well, they're gonna do it this week when Kate catches him. So we'll see. I mean, Sierra's coming back. It'll be for an indefinite period of time. I'm sure she'll remember Ben because maybe not when she first appears, but they said there's some anniversary coming up for Ben and Sierra, and that's probably when she'll get her memory back. You're welcome, Penny. Um, I can't remember if I just saw this, but um, oh, the other one was Gabby and Jake. Jack and Sally. I really don't like them together. He's too old for her, and she seems a little too obsessive. And I'm scared when they make characters like Sally obsessive because they ride into a corner like they're doing Kristen right now in Days of Our Lives. But I don't think he's given up on Sally. But the fact that she hasn't told him that Kyle has a son, that's the other nail in the coffin of them being together. Once Kyle say, "Oh, she knew the whole time," and didn't tell him, that's another reason for him not to want to be with her. Well, I said that too. That I would like Carla to come back as Amani. The new one's okay. I hate the dialogue and stuff they give her, but I think they probably would do a better job if Carla took the role over. Well, I have to disagree with you, Angela Langio. I don't think that Bold and Beautiful has the same conversations all week. I think they have the same conversations for months at a time. Sometimes they have a same conversation for a year, or let's say years. How many times have we had the Hope, Steffi, Liam conversation about them, Liam wanting Steffi or Liam wanting Hope, going around in circles, and Thomas wanting Hope. It just never stops. It just never stops. And The one I hated the most was Flo saying she was going to give Hope her baby back. She said that for like 6 months, almost every episode. Well, there's not enough soaps for them to have a soap channel. And it also wasn't profitable because one of the reasons why soaps are getting canceled is because the audiences are too old and they're trying to market to younger viewers. The reason why is that's why they always saying the most important demographic is the 18 to 49-year-old, especially if it's younger than 49, is because once you over 50, they start thinking, okay, well, people over 50, they think about retirement, they think about saving money rather than spending money. People under 50 are buying the new cars that are expensive and all the latest this and all the latest that. So they can't get advertisers that are going to pay big money if they have older viewers. The biggest um, example is Murder She Wrote. It was the number one show on CBS on Sunday nights, and they canceled it. Not because the show tanked in the ratings because it was the number one show. It's because the audience got too old. And so they couldn't make enough money off of it based on the advertisers they were getting. So that's why when you see your shows and you see like somebody doing like AARP commercials and whatnot, yeah, yeah, that's not a good sign for shows. And that's also the reason why they don't always um, cater storylines to the older characters because they're trying to attract younger viewers who don't care about the older characters if they haven't been watching the show. So, yeah, so that's just a quick history on why, if you didn't know why certain things happen on soaps or why certain soaps are always threatened to be canceled, is because ageism and older folks aren't spending money the way young folks do. Ben and Claire aren't getting back together or aren't getting together. Ron stressed that they're going to be friends now that uh, Sierra's coming back. I don't think Carter would be homeless. I think he would be jobless, but he's like CFO of Forrester, so he's got money, and if he's smart, he's got investments too. But yeah, he's stupid for risking that job for a married woman. Jake and Gabby, they do hook up. Whether they stay together once Kate reveals that um, it was Kristen that broke up with him, not her. We'll see how that shakes out. And when it comes to Chloe belonging with Philip, I'm fine with that because I don't like Chloe with Brady. I like Brady with Kristen, and I like Brady with Eve. But I'm not a Brady and Chloe fan. I feel like they're going to be boring together. No, I think that Adam is going to get off the hook because he's threatened to take Connor from Chelsea. And so Chelsea's going to make some sort of confession array. They didn't show, and the spoilers don't say what she's going to say, but I have a feeling she's going to throw Chloe under the bus. That's what I'm thinking. We'll see. Because she even apologizes to Ray this week, but I don't know what the apology is going to be. Well, Ron also said Jake and Gabby are endgame. That's why it's no use in investing in Kate and Jake. He said it in the spring previews that came out in February that Gabby and Jake are endgame. He's just putting roadblocks in their way to make it interesting. Okay, I'm a little bit behind, but I already explained why they canceled SoapNet. You probably heard it already because Like, I got lost in the comments, fell behind in the comments. I think Locke will be back for summer and Kyle's engagement party. There's something that's going to happen at the engagement party. It's supposed to rock Kyle's world. Um, Plus, I think Ashton Locke is going to take over Jabot. That's part of the reason why he's being nice before he does his takeover. Is that he's just trying to get a few shares, but he's already been trying to lower the value of shares from what he was doing so he can buy them out. So I think that he's going to have that moment of revenge when he's like, I have the majority shareholder of Jabot, and gotcha. But Kyle should say, oh, you might own Jabot, but I'm about to take your son from you. That's how it should go. Either you give us Jabot back or you lose your kid. Because I'm the daddy. That's if I was writing, that's what would happen. Well, I think that's how they're writing Sally. If they don't make her crazy, because every time she says I'm in love with Jack, I go, "Uh oh, this is bold and beautiful." You know, when she was tying up Flo type, pretending to be sick type Sally. We don't want that Sally. That's the kind of Sally that gets kicked off the show. She needs a younger man. She needs a younger man. Jack looks like her grandfather. Just like I like Quinn and Eric, but Eric's really too old for Quinn. Hi, Melissa. I'm doing well. Thank you. I appreciate that, Apple Chick. Right. I would love for Eve to come back. You know, that would be a good pairing for Brady. She was good for Brady, to be honest with you. Yeah, I put that in one of the coming and goings that she was announced her pregnancy, which would mean that she would, she's got some, it's going to take a few months, but she's got some maternity leave coming up. She'd probably be on the show past August because they film in advance. So if she's due in August, then she probably, if she makes it August in filming, then they're probably filmed already up to September, October. So she probably would leave November sweeps or somewhere around between September and November. I don't think they have the budget to do the whole fashion thing because not only do you have to have Sally, you have to have the crew like they did for Spectre Fashions when they were really trying to do it on Bold and Beautiful. Hello, Patrick TV. Deanne Nagel's talking about Melody, but Melody's been gone for years. So although I guess now he's been gone for over a year or two. Phyllis has not had a good storyline since the show began. See, the once again, that's why I was trying to explain that with is it comes down to making money. If they thought they could make money on it, they do it. But they don't think that they can make money off of it because how much it will cost to get the rights to do it, and then advertising for the channel and blah 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 blah. Is really not cost effective. That's why SoapNet closed down. Well, yeah, I have a coming and goings um, that I'm going to either do today or tomorrow. I finally have enough people to do coming and goings on, and Kimberly J. Brown is in that mix of people that are coming to a show. I don't know who she is. I know she's from God and Light, but I never watched God and Light. But I'll be talking about that in the coming and goings. Ray's not going to do anything about Adam because Adam does donate his kidney to Faith. It is possible Days has been renewed, but there's no official announcement, so I can't officially say it. So I'm waiting for the official announcement. The problem is, Omar, that these they don't write for those types of characters, especially young wrestlers. They have a very conservative take on just about anything. The fact that Mariah and Tessa don't have scenes together, they tried to fire Tessa like twice. The actress that plays Tessa, it was the fans that begged and protested for Tessa to keep her job, so they just put on reoccurring. Um, they there it's a CBS always has a battle when it comes to conservative viewers versus everybody else, and not wanting to upset the conservative viewers, but also wanting to be more modern and tell more modern storylines. I don't think Kiki's coming back. Kiki been dead for a while. There's no real reason to bring Kiki back. I mean, Morgan's not even back. I've been hearing from fans only that she's Adam is Faith's dad. I don't think they're gonna go that route. It'd be interesting if they did because Faith don't like Adam. But from for now, it's just like a fan theory. Just like when I say that Bill is really Kelly's real father. They set it up in a storyline to make it easy for Bill to turn out to be Kelly's father. But will they go there? That's the question. Just like I believe Nikki is the one that hit. There was Nikki that hit the daughter, not Adam. That was really Nikki. But will they go there? We agree with this. Phyllis should have stayed on General Hospital. I've never seen Halloween Town, but I've heard about it. I really wish the surrogacy storyline would end. Um, I don't think he's going to take over Newman. Right now, his focus is on Jabot. I think he might potentially attack Newman, but you'll hear. I've already done the spoilers for this week. I just got to finish editing the spoilers. So, but they're coming. They're coming. I've already got Days is already queued up. I just got to do a thumbnail for it, and then I'll do the rest. So once I end this live, Days of Our Lives spoilers for the week should be coming out relatively quickly, and then I'm gonna probably do every half hour. I'll release a new one. Hello, Terry. Thank you. Appreciate that. I am having a good day. Yes, I think that a lot of people should call NBC and let them know they want the news about the show like now, not tomorrow now. Thank you, Wendy. I was trying to say Delia. I was trying to get it out. I can remember. Surrogate's storyline was boring when they were just talking about doing it. But they don't talk about doing stuff like that unless they're actually going to do the storyline. I was fine with Jack and Gloria. That could have been a fun pairing and age appropriate. I wouldn't mind that either. I'm having a Eve versus Kristen for Brady because Chloe don't really fight back. Chloe's more of a victim of something's being done to her, and then she's got to be rescued. I would rather if Chloe was a little more of a fighter, I might root for her, but she's not. Thank you. Also, also Selena. Thank you. Yeah, I could not remember Delia's name or Billy's. Brain freeze. And Angela, I agree as well. I like Julian. I didn't like the storylines they had for Julian. I didn't like that Julian was always scared of Sonny and under his thumb. I really wish they had moved him on and been more progressive with the Julian story. And this is the other one. Phyllis don't have a storyline. I would love for Phyllis to realize that she reason why she don't want Sally with Jack because she want him for herself. I like Elaine and Devon as a couple more than Amanda and Devon. I like Devon and Hillary, but I don't like Devon and Amanda. Um, I mean, I can agree with this. Um, I do like the new faith. So, this week in the comment section, which soap do you think is the best soap of the week? People that watched all four, what was your favorite soap this week? Let me know in the comment section. And also, after you do that, I have another question for you because I have a video coming out that I'm going to try to get out today. I have like a whole list of videos I want to come out. Um, Yesterday, I spent most of the day doing a member video, which y'all are going to hear about because I did a teaser for it. In my weekly spoilers, I know some people are going to hate me because my teaser is 3 minutes long, but just fast forward 3 minutes. You'll be okay. Okay, we got Apple Chicks at Duel, GH, 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 GH. We got a lot of GH. No, I don't think GH needs to cut half the cast. I think they're doing a pretty good job. I just need the black characters to have, or minority characters in general. Um, do you have any other minorities other than Sunny? But anyway, um, I just need their storylines to be consistent. It's like they do the black storylines a little bit, little bit, little bit, especially like May sweeps, August sweeps, November sweeps, July sweeps, and um, then they stop. And one sweeps is over, and then the black characters become side characters again. So here's my question, and this is gonna definitely help me out with the video I'm making tonight. In honor of Mother's Day, I'm doing the top 10 soap mothers and the top 10 worst soap mothers. Top 10 best soap mothers and the top 10 worst soap mothers. And I want to see if you guys are agreeing with me when you see my list. So, can you put uh, who you think is the best soap mother on current soaps, not from soaps that's canceled and not from soaps that characters not on no more. We're talking about right now, the current cast on the show. Like, who do you think is the best soap mother on your favorite show, or whatever show? And who do you think is the worst soap mother out there? And I want to see if my list is sort of matching up with some of the soap mothers. I'll say so. Well, okay. Jakaria said best soap mother is Carly. Oh, I think she's on my worst list, but okay. Um, let me see. Um, oh no! What do you mean Liz is the worst soap mother? She's on my best list. Sharon. Well, Yolanda says Sharon, but I don't know if Sharon. You're saying she's the best or the worst. Nisa also said Carly's one of the best soap mothers, but is she really a good soap mother? I mean, let's postpartum depression aside, when she didn't want Michael, but other than that, that's mental. Other than that, Michael got shot in the head, and she stayed with Sonny. Her kids have been. Kid, do she even know she has Donna as a daughter? Do you ever have you? When the last time you seen Carly hold Donna? I mean, but she's on my worst list. But okay, Sharon is been put on the worst list, and I think I put her on my best. Um, Sharon really does care about her kids, so that's why she wouldn't end up on my worst. Oh, Sandy is also saying Carly is the best and Liz is the worst. Why would Liz be the worst when she's the only one that really shown on the show acting like a mother for the most part? Her and Maxie. See, the reason why Quinn isn't on my list, as it looks like, as sort of like the best or worst mother, is because Quinn hasn't really interacted with Wyatt this year. So she really all she ever tried to do with Wyatt for the last 2 years is get him with Flo. Liz don't use her kids for her advantage. Okay. See, Bobby's not on my list either because Bobby's barely on the show. Now, okay, finally, we can agree on this. Um, Steffi is on my best list as one of the best mothers in soaps right now, despite her 2 week drug addiction. Um, Ava Ava was a hard decision on whether or not she would be on my best or worst list because she was the worst mother to Kiki, but she's done everything in her power to be a good mother to Avery. So it just depends on which daughter you're talking about. See, Marlena was another one. Uh, when I was doing my best and worst list with Marlena, I was like, what has Marlena really done for her daughters, or her son this recently to make her a best mother? She's a best wife, but I don't know about making my top 10 list. Uh, Now, Eve isn't on the show, so I wouldn't put her on my um, either list. Now, I can agree with Wendy with this one. Brooke is on my worst mother list. Um, is not only because she slept with her daughter's husband way back when, I mean boyfriend way back when, is that she's pushing Hope to be with the man that just cheated on her, and she don't really care as long as it's anybody but Thomas. She's not really letting it be Hope's decision, so that's why she kind of ended up on my worst list because I don't think she has more of an obsession over Thomas than Hope does. Sam did end up on my worst list. Um, and Chloe is one on my worst list also. I didn't even have Sammy on the list. I forgot she even had. I forgot all about Allie this year. But would that be best when she was trying to take the kid away from Allie? I've been thinking about that because I might have to put Sammy on the list. Maxie's on my best list. Sorry. Well, honestly, I'm thinking about more current stuff. After she got Georgie back, she's been a good mother to Georgie, and she's been good co-parenting with Spinelli. And reason why she's on my best list this year is because she's willing to give up her daughter to protect her from her father or son or whatever her child. Um, she's willing to give up her child to protect her from her or him from Peter. So we got a Brooke fan saying she's the best mother. I don't see how, but okay. Jordan ended up on the best list because she did everything she could do to protect TJ. Now, she's not on my, she wouldn't be the best wife. Now, I'm starting to think I should do a best and worst wife or best or worst husband list. But yeah, I think she's a not a good wife, but she's a good mother. Really? Okay, so worst Brooke, best Belle. Belle is on my best list. Uh, and I'm trying to keep like a top 10. So there are going to be some people that people may have felt should be on the best list, but I'm going for the top 10. Olivia, I don't know. I think she's an okay mom that can be good sometimes, but I like Olivia, but I don't. Let me think about that. Well, Nell's technically dead until she's not, so she's not on the list. Well, the thing is, I do have Steffi and Hope on the best mother list, but they're not the number one. I think some of y'all are gonna hate my number one and number two. Uh, Sam is on my worst mother list too. Sorry. I did never even thought about Chanel and Paulina whether they should be on this list. I don't think I would put Paulina as a worst mother, because we haven't really seen enough from them. She made a mistake by giving her too much, but does that make her the worst mother? Thank you, Angela. This is why Liz is close to the top of the list of my best list. She's not number one, but she's high up on the list. So at least somebody agrees with me that Liz should be high up on the list. And she's probably one of the few soap mothers that's active in her younger kids' lives. Most of them end up like Donna, that go upstairs and you don't see them except for holidays or something. Hell, when Donna comes down the stairs, she's probably gonna be like 10 next time we see her, or 5. And actually, I put Alexis on my worst list because she chose alcohol over her daughters most of this year. Also, keep in mind that when the best and worst list is actually best and worst of 2021, so I don't really factor in anything that happened before 2021, as a major deciding point. But in like 2020, 2021, who was the best mother and the worst mother within like this within the last year is probably how I really helped me focus on narrowing down characters because I could have put Laura on the list as one of the best mothers, or Lulu as one of the best mothers, but because they haven't really been a mother within the last year, because Laura hasn't really been around any of her kids, um, and done anything significant with them. Even Lulu can make the list because she was on a show within the last year, but I would be in the middle of the road with Lulu because she made some decisions that I don't think she should have made as a mother. Sandy, you didn't really say Willow. I ain't even consider little Willow for this list. I wouldn't put Hope on the list because she ain't been on the show in like a year and a half. So I know what I told you guys earlier, the best and worst. I forgot to tell you, I'm keeping it within the 2020-2021 time frame because, we would go way far back. There'd be too many people for the list. I don't know. Hope was Princess Gina most of 2020, so I can't say she was the best mother when she wasn't Hope. That's one reason why Steffi is on my best list. This one reason why Brooke is on my worst list. And this is why I don't go back into history because it really gets complicated. Because some characters have been redeemed and some haven't. Really, Omar? Really? Because she does this in every episode, massaging her fake baby. She really, I guess, because she was pregnant in real life, that she really does make that fake baby look like it was a real one. The way she carries herself as a pregnant woman, but faking it, it looks real. Let me see. So, Lynn, I don't know if you're saying that Abby is the best or worst. Nicole, is Nicole the best mom? We barely see her with her daughter. We mostly see Nicole with Allie's kid. She don't even mention her daughter. I forgot she had a kid until I saw you put Nicole as the best. I don't know. Abby been kind of crazy. Because Abby. The reason why wouldn't put Abby on the best list is because she's more focused on Gwen, kidnapping her and all the stuff she did to Gwen, trying to get revenge. When that could take her away from her husband and her kids, which is probably what's going to happen next week. When she makes her decision, I'm guessing Abby will probably try to get some mental health or something. Um, when she goes on maternity leave. See, and this is why I don't. I only went back 2020 and 2021 because you're going back 57 years, and I wasn't even watching the show back then. I'm not even. I wasn't even born. I wasn't even born 57 years ago. Why is Jordan the worst? Now, I would say Ava's been the best mom to Trina. Ava was Ava for a while was looking like a better mom than Portia to Trina. Thank you, Holly. Holly Jonas. Yeah, exactly. Holly, I forgot all about Holly because I've only seen her with Allie's baby. I forgot she had one herself, the one she begged and cried and pleaded for. Um, um, I think when Anna, if we're still talking about best mothers, Robin's been off the show for way too long, so I couldn't count her. But I think it's time for Finola Hughes to retire. She looks tired. She's like Kelly Monaco. There's a lot of scenes where she looked like she don't even want to be there. Oh, thank you, Riri Carter, for becoming a new member. Appreciate you. Check out my new video I put out there. I had a lot of fun. It took me all day yesterday, but it took me a lot of fun making that video. You'll see from the teaser that's coming out. Um, why the membership got delicious. Um, Lily, I didn't put Lily on the best mother list because her kids were off at college and she ain't really done anything as a mom. She just been screwing Billy. We don't know yet if Days has been renewed. I think that babies, it doesn't matter if they're allowed to film because a lot of times they're just wrapped up in a blanket or off in a corner somewhere. Like we never see Lonnie and Eli's kids. Oh, I forgot to put Lonnie on the list. Thank you for reminding me. You reminded me about some people that might need to end up on my top 10. Lonnie should be in my top 10. So thank you guys. I want everyone to have a happy Mother's Day. I need to get these soap spoilers out. Days of Our Lives should be coming at you in like 10 minutes. And so, Gabby, I just saw this one, but Gabby did end up on my worst mother list. So yeah, she thinks more about Jake and Stefan than she does about Ariana. So I wish everyone a very happy Mother's Day. I really look forward to all of you guys seeing you guys again. I hope you enjoyed my spoilers this week. I hope you are inspired by my teaser to become a member, a new member, just like Riri Carter, who just joined. So thank you for being part of the Simp Fan membership. And if you're a subscriber, um, that's good too. So need both. And all you mothers out there, I wish you a happy Mother's Day, a great Sunday, and I'll be seeing you soon. Lots of new videos coming your way.